Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me. Yes, let's have a cup of coffee. I could certainly use one, and every day it's, when I start my day, it's definitely a gift, and it just unfolds. So there's all kinds of crazy things going on, but that's okay. We can survive anything. Come on, yes. So I'm happy to announce, and of course, it's a work in progress, actually. We are relaunching public open houses. Now, of course, we still have COVID protocol rules in place. So, depending on the client and depending on whether the house is vacant or not, right, we are allowed to hold public open houses, right? We will be posting these at the front door, and it says, please do not enter if you have a fever, cough, sore throat, runny nose, or shortness of breath. Have you been in close contact with a person who tested positive for COVID-19? And we ask all visitors, please wash your hands or clean them with hand sanitizers before entering and after your visit. And we do ask you to maintain physical distancing, same 2 meters, approximately 6 feet. Now, here's the other thing. We are allowing one family into the space at a time, okay? And so it's fantastic that we're able to relaunch public open houses. A lot of clients like open houses, and some people do not like open houses if they're living in their homes. But definitely, I know that the show homes have been doing it all along by one family at a time, by appointment. And we've been able to show homes as well by appointment, asking people to fill out the COVID questionnaire. And there's no question that we are learning how to live with COVID-19. There's no question that we have to do this. There isn't a vaccine. There are various different groups of people that are at risk, of course, still with COVID-19. Hang on. Oh, we need to get comfortable on this chair. Yeah. And so that's kind of cool. And I will post this information in the comment section so you can read it at your leisure. And it definitely, we have to, before you enter, we'll be asking the clients if they live in the house to disinfect the place, the entry, etc. While you're in the property, we ask that you don't open cabinets or closet doors. And, in some cases, depending on the age of our clients, a lot of them have asked that we refrain from bringing children into their space. So it's really on a one-on-one basis, and sellers are allowed to establish whatever rules they are very comfortable with. There's just no question that there are different and varying groups of people that are at higher risk than others, and they want to keep themselves safe. But the great news is that we can, in fact, manage an open house, right? I'm going to try to have one in a high-rise building, but even in a high-rise building, the building itself may have COVID protocols, and they may have prior protocols. I know some buildings don't even allow us to have open houses for security reasons and high risk, etc., of strangers coming into the space. So unless you have 2 people managing the front door and the upstairs and you're escorting people. So it'll be interesting. I'm waiting for a call back, and I'm hoping that we can showcase this beautiful condo downtown. I think it's a bargain. It's probably the best value in our city right now. But the Alberta Real Estate Association, of course, is working closely with the guidelines of Alberta Health Services, and are launching in phases, the various different phases. So of course we're in phase 2, and then it comes down to local boards. So the Edmonton Real Estate Board, the Real Estate Association of Edmonton, as well work to implement, safety protocols for open houses. And typically, open houses are Saturdays and Sundays. And depending on what area and where you are, it can be for a couple of hours, or it's still pretty easy in our marketplace to book an appointment, okay? Because a lot of people with a little bit of warning can prepare the house for you. So I'm so thrilled to share this information and that we are able to hold public open houses. For those of you out there and your houses are for sale, and you're comfortable enough with the safety protocols that we have in place, you can have a public open house for sure. But remember, at a public open house, typically there are people that are coming to the open house. We don't know who they are. We will ask definitely questions. As experienced agents, we do try to protect you as well as the people coming into the house, not just from COVID-19, but also from other security things that could occur, okay? And, I've always said to people, if you're coming to a public open house, right, it's okay to share who you are and that kind of information. Most realtors are not going to be hounding you because a lot of things have changed in our industry. Many of you may be under a buyer's contract and you're represented by another agent. It's okay, please share that information. The more we know, the easier it is to help people, because we're there when we hold an open house, we're showcasing the open house for the seller. So we have to keep the seller safe, but we also have to keep you safe as well, okay? And I know that in every marketplace, the rules are different, but it's very nice to meet the neighbors and to meet new people that come in and to showcase a home when we are, as realtors, are privileged that our sellers will allow us to hold open houses, okay? But remember, we're only asking you these questions to keep you safe as well as the sellers safe and ourselves safe. Safety is always number one, okay? Over the years, there have been many situations that have not been comfortable for buyers, sellers, and their realtors. So I just practice caution, practice safety, and don't be shy to disclose who you are. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, right? Hang on 1 second, my office is calling. So that's always important. 1 second, let's see. Hang on. Oh, hello, how are you? I'm in the middle of my live. How are you? Hi. Oh, you sent, yeah, we're on live, and thank you for being there, Tammy from our office, our receptionist extraordinaire. She's amazing, right? So I appreciate the follow-up, but I like knowing that the information is there. So thanks, Tammy. Talk to you soon. Okay, bye for now. Listen, it's real estate. So we're on call. We're here. We try very, very hard. Like I respond to texts, calls, emails are tougher for me when I'm driving. So it takes me a little while. So if there's something urgent that you need answered, probably a call or a text is a good idea. Okay. And yeah, I think it's very important to return calls and all inquiries. But we're back to open house and open house safety and protocols. I think it's really, really important, right? And when we ask you questions, when we ask for your name in the, open house log and your phone number and your address, it's not that I intend to, when I ask, hound you unless you ask us to send you information. So now you have to grant permission, okay? And so the number one question, you're free to call and ask questions about any home. We are allowed to disclose certain things to you about a property that's for sale. Most of the information you see online on realtor.ca. And we are delighted to answer questions because our primary focus, if we're the listing agent, is, of course, we're showcasing this home for the sellers who hired us. Okay, we are allowed to work with buyers, right, under certain conditions. So yes, we will always ask you questions, but just keep yourself safe, because the majority of you are interested in keeping yourself safe as buyers. And I know you're protective about your information, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with demonstrating your qualifications, right? And it's a really great idea to reach out to your bank, to your mortgage broker, and just find out whether or not you are pre-qualified. I know you're free to go and look at whatever you want, and everyone is starting their search online. There's no question about that. So as you can see from realtor.ca, you're seeing far more photographs and links to virtual tours. The area is still encouraging us to have as many virtual meetings as we can, to do documents via DocuSign and other electronic ways of doing things. And this is just part of, living with COVID-19. So it's no different than they tell us, right? Non-essential travel, it's sort of like non-essential face-to-face meetings, okay? And I'm delighted that a lot of things have lifted in phase 2. You can, in fact, gather with a friend. I discovered that the golf course the other day, that I could ride with a friend now, see? And the clubhouse is open, and they're allowing up to 6 people at a table, even though the tables are separate. But it's the new world, and it's the new order. And my big thing is we are going to just be careful, and we're going to live with COVID-19. Why not? Many people are gathering for various different celebrations. And yes, I know it's been very hard. Graduations and birthdays and weddings and all kinds of things have been challenged. But we are all adults, and we are responsible for our own actions, okay? So remember, yes, you can. And as was told in this morning in Revisited, Canadians, we're a democracy. We are allowed to travel. We're allowed to go wherever. But we also, we're adults. We need to take responsibility for our action. So yes, as borders and countries open, you can leave Canada, right, with warnings, okay? But remember, we have to be mindful, because in the end, it's the taxpayers that pay money to bring people home when they're stuck somewhere. When you take the chance to leave the country in the safety of the country with warnings from the federal government and from the medical community, I think we need to remember to take responsibility. And non-essential travel, I agree, but many people need essentially to go to different locations. They may have loved ones, living in Florida or the United States or somewhere that maybe need your help. So whether that's essential, I think you can decide whether it is or not, and whether they allow you into the country, that's okay. But in the meantime, I think certain provinces will welcome Albertans. And, travel Alberta, guys, right? I was telling a friend this morning who loves golf that there are so many beautiful golf courses in Alberta. Plan a 1-week vacation, right? You don't have to go too far to test out all the golf courses. For example, from Edmonton, you have access to the Ponoka Golf Course, Innisfail, Sylvan Lake, Black Falls has a great golf. All these places, from here to Calgary, from here to Jasper, Hinton, Edson, you can go north, but you can get a lot of golf in, and just even around the city. And so for me, I think you need to create and find ways of connecting to your friends, and get on some patios and barbecue a steak and make homemade potato salad, and don't forget to make a flapper pie. Anyway, I do thank you for those of you who are always supportive of myself. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you, and enjoy this day. Yes, it's rainy, and the grass is happy, and the flowers are happy. I don't think there's always, never going to make everybody happy, right? And remember, Together, we achieve more, and the more we learn, the more we grow. And let's not judge others. Everybody makes decisions for themselves, okay? But surround yourself with people you trust and information you trust, and make decisions one step, one foot in front of the other. And we're going to get through all of this. And I look forward to being here from wherever I am. I attempt to be here from 1 o'clock or 1:15 or wherever. I will be here live every day. And I did promise that. Yeah, until there's a vaccine. Look at this. But anyway, it helps me, and hopefully it helps one person out there. And I look forward to having more coffee talks, right? I'm available. Call me, text me. I look forward to seeing you. Thank you for joining me. I'm Sally Munro with Century 21 Platinum Realty, and I have been a local Edmonton area real estate agent for the past 40 years. It's my 40th year, and I am just amazed that I'm still here, and I am still doing the very best I can. Bye for now. See you tomorrow live, and thank you so very much. All the best. And I'm excited. Guess what? I am going off today. I'm showing different houses in different price range. So yay. Yeah, I'm showing something spectacular on the river today. And I'm also showing something spectacular that's high up in the sky. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.